Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Essence and organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. Each day I've selected a composer from the present or the past who's had a role to play with these two organizations. And today it is the American composer Aaron Jay Kernis, born in 1960 in Philadelphia, also a pianist and violinist, an amazing composer, a friend of mine. He won the Pulitzer Prize in music. He's won Grammy Awards. He's in the American Classical Hall of Fame, on the faculty at the Yale School of Music. I would call him a neo-romantic. You know, there's a kind of romantic style about him, but it's, there's so many ideas that he has in his music, and sometimes all the ideas come at the same time. He, for 15 years, served as music administrator for the Minnesota Orchestra and was the director of the Composers Institute here. He's written over 30 orchestral works, over 30 chamber works, 22 choral pieces, 14 keyboard works. He's an amazing, wonderful composer and a good friend, as I mentioned. He wrote a piece for me for the 35th anniversary of Vocal Essence, words of Philip Littell. Music is a gift, how may I repay it? How deserve it? I must serve. It's a beautiful poem. His music is, as I said, it can be very complex, lots of things happening. At the opening, when you have the word music coming in, the women have this. Against that, the men come in. So you have a lot of different kind of wonderful clangerings. But by the end of the piece, when the text says, "For there is no silence when there seems to be a silence, absence is the proofs of God or love, death no end, a mystery unending, and my only voice a unison." And so we come to the end of this piece, and they have these big wonderful chords on death no end. And then it says a unison. And the piano. And it gets bigger and bigger, music, music, and then it becomes softer. And then, as the piano the ensemble singers took a piece of Aaron's on tour many times, a piece that was part of a series of ecstatic meditations that he wrote. And they were written for Vocal Essence in the early days when it was Plymouth Music Series. And this one, some of them were for the full chorus with the ensemble. This one was just the ensemble. And it's the text of Mechtild of Magdeburg, "I cannot dance, O Lord." And this was a great exercise for the singers to realize that music isn't always going to be in 4/4 time. It's going to be, as this piece, 3/2, 5/8, 2/2, 5/8, and back and forth and back and forth. So when you are singing, I cannot dance, I cannot dance, O Lord, I cannot dance, I cannot dance, O Lord, and on and on. And it becomes a kind of mesmerizing rhythm. The altos begin it, and they always, okay, we can do it. The sopranos join, and so you have this wonderful feeling. And then in come the men, and we move on, and it gets bigger as this kind of text would, this very kind of ecstatic writing, until finally, as you get to the very end of it, and it's talking about leaping for joy, and the chords indeed do leap when they go. You see all that leaping in the bass there? And again, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it talks about whirling, and the text starts whirling, and he asks you to go as fast as you can when you get to the ending. Music of Aaron Jay Kernis. Well, composers do many different things, and one of the kinds of things that Aaron did was to write a piece in honor and thanks to dear friends. And here is the very end of a little waltz that he wrote for Jack and Linda Heschler, a piano piece. Have a wonderful day.